Going live. This hangout is live. Hi, and welcome to the Blogging Bunch hangout. I need to be keeping track. I forget how many we're up to now, but we've got to be close to like 10, I would think. Oh, of course, here she comes. Anyway, I am Sarah, and Carrie, Elizabeth, and I are the masterminds behind the Blogging Bunch. Are the masterminds behind Blogging Bunch, the Blogging Bunch, and I also have a personal blog where I play to learn with Sarah, where I blog about family resources and meal plans and crafts and anything that a family would want. And Austin. I need to get more about Austin. I got to do a better job about that. Anyway, Carrie?
I'm Carrie, and I blog at carrieall.com, and I blog about Dallas and parenting and mom life, that kind of stuff, and sometimes I blog about blogging.
And I'm Elizabeth, and I'm having technical difficulties today. And I blog about parenting and Disney and single parenting and kids and all that good stuff. And I apologize because my camera seems to not even being red, so I don't know what's going on.
We can hear you, so that's good.
Yeah.
My
Probably
kids
better of the
all
two.
home this week, so sorry about that. 3 kids, 3 dogs, and it's a madhouse. So today for our 20-minute talk, we are talking about how to make your pictures, your photo, pin-worthy. And there are some very easy things that you can do immediately, and you can even go back and edit, go through, see which posts are your most popular posts and edit the pictures. It's not going to change anything. Repin them and see if you can get more pin-worthy photos. So let's have Carrie start talking first about taking the actual photos. That's the first thing. You gotta have some kind of good photos to start with.
Yeah, so and what I try to do now, and I didn't so much used to do this, but now when I'm taking my photos, I am thinking about Pinterest. So I am thinking, okay, how is this picture going to look? How's it going to look on Pinterest? If I'm planning on pinning this photo, which most of the photos I do for my blog, I'm going to pin. So I kind of try to keep that in mind. So when you do images for Pinterest, you want a long image, so not something wide, not a square image necessarily, but a long image. So when I do that, when I take pictures, I try to make sure that I get some pictures that way. I mean, usually if you get enough pictures, you can kind of crop them and find something that you can make work, but I try to keep that in mind when I'm actually taking my photos, because then it gives me a little bit less work on the back end if I get them right like that the first time. So you're going to want a long picture. You're going to want bright pictures, really bright. The brighter, the better. Not dark, hard to see. You want someone that is scanning through Pinterest to see your picture, to know what it is, and to know what your post is going to be about. So you'll also want to put text over your pictures, and I think Sarah has PicMonkey pulled up, and she's going to kind of show you that in a second. But you want to tell what your post is about, but you don't want to give your whole post away. So if I have a post about 25 writing prompts, it's going to say 25 writing prompts, but I'm not going to, list out my writing prompts in the actual pin anywhere, because I want people to click to my website to see what the prompts are going to be. And then the other thing that you can do is you can even make pictures, images just for Pinterest. So a lot of times now I'll make my images for my blog, and they're pinnable images that people will hopefully pin and that I can pin, but then on top of that I make a picture that is just for Pinterest, and you can upload it directly to Pinterest, and that's even longer. So I might take like 2 or 3 pictures and put some wording in between a couple of the pictures, and we can show you some examples of that. But always think about Pinterest, because Pinterest can be a very big traffic source for a lot of us. And Sarah, if you want to show some examples of the text over the images.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was looking for. I was thinking, for me, I was thinking of your, what was that, the sunscreen post that you did?
Yeah.
I thought that was a good one. So definitely when you're doing your post, you should, especially if it's one you want to pin on Pinterest, like I'm not saying every single post has to be this way, because it is a lot of work, but one a week, try to make sure that you're getting on Pinterest, and that you're doing all of the SEO that we've talked about, where it needs to be, all your keywords and all that stuff. Try to do that once a week. But your Pinterest, you should have 2 pictures that you're making for each post, and one should be vertical, where you turn the camera to the side and take a picture vertically. And that is the one that you're going to put first and use that one for Pinterest. And then you should also have a horizontal picture, which, do all the titles and stuff on that one also. And that one is good for Facebook and Google Plus and Twitter. So make sure that if you're thinking ahead of time when you take your pictures that, okay, I need a vertical one for Pinterest and I need a horizontal one for Facebook, then when you do your post, you at least have 2 images, and then both those images can be, what is she moving?
I was watching her too.
Maddie, no, take that back outside, please. That's an outside toy. 2 more weeks, she's in school. But then each post will have at least 2 images that you can pin also, but definitely that main one for Pinterest and the other sites. Okay, so I was thinking when we were talking about pictures, Kiri's got one that I really liked and thought it was, can you see Kiri, can you see your site?
No, it's just green. One of my most popular recent pins that's getting pinned a lot is for the back to school printables, where I have the 2 pictures.
Back to school printables?
Yeah, if you just go to the printables on my site, you'll see it.
Screen sharing is not going to work today, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I can I screen share from here?
I got it, I think.
Okay.
Okay, can you see it now?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, there it is.
Okay, so okay, I'll go and find that one. But I liked this one because it's vertical, right? She's got the vertical. She's got the title of her post, 6 sun safety tips, 6 tips for staying safe in the sun. She's using that about. It's a up-close picture, but it's got some other background things. It keeps wanting to pin it. And you can kind of see the kids in the background playing at the pool. I like that picture. I think that's a good one. Although she's doing, it's a review post, she's still made it very interesting, and she's made the pictures worthwhile for the post.
Yeah, so I wanted to be, and I think that's important, like if you're doing a sponsored post, right, you still want a picture that people are going to want to pin and people are going to want to look at and that people are going to like when they're on Facebook or on Instagram, because a lot of times now Instagram is making you do more, people are sponsored content, they're wanting you to share it on Instagram, but people won't like or interact with your sponsored content so much unless you have a great picture. So when you're doing great pictures, when you're taking your pictures, if you just really think about great pictures, then you can make those pictures work for, like Sarah was saying, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest. So it kind of starts in the planning phase when you're writing your post.
Sorry, this is not happy. Okay. Printables. This one? No.
I don't see it.
Back to school printables, you said? Back to school lunch ideas?
The first day of school or back to school.
Oh, that's in the sidebar here, right? Yeah, they're kind of...
No.
No.
There you go. That's that one. So this one I did. I got 2 great pictures, and then I just put them together, and then put the text in between.
And then she's got horizontal pictures also. They can be pinned. So all the more pictures you have, the more times you can pin your that same post. You don't
right.
have to, and pin it to multiple boards. Make sure that you have at least 3 boards that you can pin each of your posts to. She could pin this one to school. She could pin it to printable. She could pin it to her Kiri L blog one. She could be in a group board that she could pin them, and she could pin each of these pictures that many times.
And then if you have kind of a variety too, then other people are more likely to pin your stuff, because I look at it and I would pin this first image because I like that the best. But other people pin some of the other images sometimes. So, or like Elizabeth links, I have Elizabeth do link this post up, and so some of these pictures they don't fit in a thumbnail, right? The big long horizontal pictures. So if you have several pictures, then they can, or vertical pictures, I can never remember which is which. Then people can pick different pictures to pin and share, that they like the best.
Okay, so PicMonkey. I just picked a picture that I had done. I don't. She's not usually this annoying during this.
Claire's in here too. I don't know what's going on.
Usually they leave us alone.
Yeah.
They want to go out with a bang. Maddie? Bye. Bye. So I took a vertical picture of Connor. I have a review giveaway for this iPad case. So I took a vertical picture of Connor with this iPad case. I have a couple of horizontal ones of just the iPad in the iPad case. So I'm going to go to PicMonkey, and I have the foodie theme, and in the foodie theme, 680 across is how wide you want your pictures. So you want to make sure that you know, like, Maddie, please go play. Bye. Go play outside. You're going to get in trouble. So you want to make sure that you know how the width of your text box, of your text area on your site, so that you can get an image to go pretty much all the way across here. So I do 680 for my theme, and then that makes it, it's 680 by 1020. Is that what it said? 1020. So that makes it a vertical image. I usually check the exposure because in our house we have a ton of windows, but they're not in the right spot, so the windows are always a little funky. So lighting is always a little funky for us. So you can adjust the highlights and exposure on that one. I haven't even thought about, I haven't done my keyword research or anything on this one yet, but so I would want to, I usually put the title of the post, or, back to school with case logic, or, whatever it is I'm going to use for this one. I would put on my text here. Right? Put the name of your blog down at the bottom, put the text up at the top. I also wanted to, let's X out of that one. I'll do that one later. But Carrie made the collage for that, where she had the two pictures with the one in between. So let's see. I was working on a post for a catapult, right? So then I can just go and pick the pictures for the catapult. And if you control and click on them, no, I don't want that one. Control and click on them, then that'll add them all in at the same time. I don't know, except it's adding all 900 of the pictures in instead of just a couple. I don't know, why are they all checked? Of course, it's not going to cooperate when I'm trying to show you what I'm doing here. Let's see if it works. And then you can make a collage, and that's a good one. Especially, I do collages if you're doing a roundup. You can do collages, and because you don't want people to pin the other person's picture to and then have it come to your post. That's not cool. So doing individual, where you're like, oh, here's a picture of this project, and then doing the title of the, or a link to that post, you're giving credit, yes, but when people pin that image, it's coming to your site, and that's not cool. So doing a collage of your roundup is really a better idea. You can choose, I usually go with Pinteresty. I do have the Royale. It's what, $30, $35 a year, and completely worth it.
Totally worth it.
Totally.
Like, you're gonna spend any money on your blog, that is where I would spend it.
Yeah. So there we've got this. I picked a Pinteresty image. I go back to the photos. I can put the one of Connor doing it here. Let's see. I don't want that one. I can put that here. You can adjust the size of the pictures. Okay, and I can adjust these down here and put the catapults in down here. And then I can adjust the, I can put in one of these backgrounds in here if I want to do a colored background in that square. And I could change the background of the whole entire thing, doing a little yellow there in the background, and I can adjust the colors to make them darker or lighter just by pulling that. And then I have it all ready. I know I want my text here, but I can't write my text in this collage version. I should have edited this picture before doing it, but and then I click edit when I'm ready to write my words. And then I can go and pick, Sketchblock is really popular these days. And this book is called Rubber Band Mania. Rubber Band Mania. I'm going to make it white. Maddie, please go outside and play with your brothers. Maddie, go play with your brothers. You're all right. All right, Maddie, go outside, please. And then it will only go bigger or smaller. All right. 55. Change the size here. 60. Nope. Nope. Okay, Rubber Band Mania. So then I have the words there, and then I want to make sure that I also have my play to learn with Sarah.com on there somewhere. Since I'm doing white on this one, I'll do that in white, and then so now I have a vertical image that's a collage. I've got my title. I've got the words in the middle of all of my pictures. So you can put it on your image, right? Like I did before, where I just did one image that was vertical. Or you can, if you have horizontal images, you can still make vertical images by using PicMonkey's collage function. All right. Everybody still there?
Yeah. Whoa. That was weird.
Yeah. So tips that we wanted to make sure that we share. You need to, when you're taking your pictures, make sure that you're taking your images, you know, think about your up close, right? That you have your lighting, that you've got, I just use scrapbook paper, like that looks like wood underneath it, because we have wrought iron fences out here and everybody's taking pictures on, you know, wood tables and things like that as their background.
You can also get on Etsy for like $10. You can get these photo prop backgrounds, and they're just little. It's like $10 for 4. We'll share the link with the Etsy shop, and I'll show you one. They're this. It's just 12 by 12. It's vinyl. It looks like I have a really cute teal weathered picnic table. I don't have one of those, but I have a few of these. And so this isn't very big, so you have to be real strategic when you're planning your photos. But I've definitely, for $10, I've got my money's worth and then some. So I use those a lot as props.
I have a scrapbook page that looks exactly like that.
Yeah, scrapbook paper too is great. I use that a lot also. Awesome.
And you can, with scrapbook paper, you can tape it together.
Yeah.
To make it bigger. So, or, and then tape it up the back too. Tape them, fold them together and tape them that way, so then you can open it and you can see, you get the background of it up.
And you'll find it at Michael's, a wood one. I mean, you will find a wood scrapbook paper background or whatever at Michael's, so it's super easy to find.
Yeah, and so if you're taking your pictures up close, doing them up close or from the top, taking the pictures from the top, using the scrapbook paper is totally easy, and it looks good. Carrie had one yesterday that I really liked too, where she had a bunch of bowls. Was it yesterday, the day before?
Yeah, those were just colored bowls I got cheap at Target on the kids' table. I just took it outside so I got better light.
Yeah, I bought some plastic plates at Target. Just try to get some different. Go to Goodwill and get some different plates or get some different napkins so that you can put things down. Just try to think of little props that would make it kind of cute and Pinteresty. Really spend some time on Pinterest and look around and see what pictures are catching your eye, and definitely try to do it like that.
Yeah, if you're taking pictures of a drink, then go on Pinterest and look at other pictures of drinks to see how they're staged, because sometimes I'll take a picture and I think, oh, that's so boring, but you just add the fruit to the picture or add a straw to the picture and it just can change everything. And so I like to go see what other people are doing because they're usually more creative than I am, so I go, oh, that's cute, I'm gonna do that.
Right. And that's not everybody's got ideas, and so you're just kind of taking a couple of ideas and mixing them together to make your own. So make sure that you're really thinking about your images. Make vertical images for Pinterest and horizontal images for Facebook and other social media, and make sure that you put your blog name on your images. And that doesn't mean somebody won't cut them out, but hopefully they're being honest and use them correctly. Put the title of your post, like if it's just the image, and then there's an image with the title on it, which one are you more likely to click on, right? You're going to click on the one with the title that tells you what the post is all about. Instead of just a bottle of sunscreen, 6 tips for sun safety, I know what I'm getting when I click on that bottle of sunscreen, whereas I just think I'm getting an ad if I click on the bottle of sunscreen. What else? Vertical.
I've got a post that we can share a link to also with just some tips for photography that are really easy to just improve your photos for your blog. You don't need a fancy camera. It's just some really basic, simple things that everybody should be doing just to make your pictures a little bit better. So it's real easy stuff, and we'll share that with you too.
And I bought a new camera, and I got a bottom of the line, but a DSLR, and it has made some massive changes to my photos in the last few weeks. So now I need to go back and redo all the photos for all my posts. But it really, just even a bottom of the line $300 DSLR is gonna really make a difference in your photos too. So because you can adjust some of the background, like she had the kids in the background. You can adjust the focus and things like that. So use PicMonkey, and hopefully that helped. And the kids didn't bother you too much.
Sorry.
Yeah. We just got a lucky week. You missed what happened before.
Yeah, they're always like that.
Yeah.
No.
You missed what happened before we turned up and went live, so you got lucky on that one. Elizabeth, do you see any questions or anything?
No, I've been watching. I haven't had anything. We'll double check one more time. No questions today.
Okay. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Just experiment and see what works, and try to see what you like on Pinterest. Have a good week, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for stopping by.